What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing the long-awaited episode 3 of the Undisputed Fixup series. Episode 2 was literally like 2 months ago. I just don't do too many fix-ups honestly anymore, but I had a few in mind. We're actually going to be making 3 superstars out of this massive pile right here. We're going to be making a new Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, and Rob Van Dam, which I am very, very excited about. And these are all the parts we're going to be using, despite the fact that we're only making 3 people. We're doing a lot of swaps specifically to get one of them, but I'm quite excited for it, guys. We got some great fix-ups that we're going to be doing here today on Undisputed Fixups. So let's not waste any time and get right into it and take a look at the figures we are going to be swapping today. So I'll just push everyone out of the way here and we'll just run down the figure swap by person. So starting off, we're going to be doing Dolph Ziggler, and we're going to be swapping parts between the Elite 72, which I just did pick up the regular version of, wasn't able to get the chase, and my custom MDT Dolph Ziggler that he made for me with the pink logo on the back here. And what we're going to be doing between these 2 figures is we're going to be swapping the legs from the Elite 72 as well as the head and maybe the arms. I have not decided on the arms if I want to do that swap yet or not, but we're going to be swapping those parts onto the custom one. And the main reason for that is that this one has the Intercontinental Championship on the front here, and I'm just not a fan of that personally because the IC title is not in the pick fed, and that's the main reason that I pick up superstars nowadays, is to use for stuff like the pick fed. So obviously I don't want to have a title on his trunks when that doesn't even exist in my pick feds universe. It doesn't really make sense. And I know I could just acetone this thing off, but at the same time I do like the pink DZ Crew logo here that MDT did, and I think it'll actually look pretty interesting with all the white logos we've got on here. I know we're going to lose this one on the back here for this, but I think it's actually going to look pretty good. So it'll be Dolph Ziggler with this pink logo here and all the other white ones on this here. It's going to say Hollywood and all that stuff. So it's going to be this Ziggler with this one's legs. You know, Ziggler's on ball joints, so it should be a pretty easy swap. I think I'm going to keep these Ziggler arms on here. I like the smaller arms for Ziggler, but I may end up swapping the bigger ones so we get the interchangeables, but I think I'm going to keep the smaller ones on it as of now at least. And then we will be swapping the heads because I do prefer this Ziggler's hair certainly to this one, although I do think this one's actual face does look a lot more like Ziggler. But regardless, that is our first one. We're going to kind of be making the ultimate Dolph Ziggler, at least for my collection. Up next, we're also going to be making the ultimate Kevin Owens, and if you guys did see one of my recent unboxing, I did pick up some decals from Curb Stomp to make a new Kevin Owens in his Canada attire. Of course, I'm missing the actual ones for the front. So the front's going to have this, and then the back, I believe, will have the Owens KO, and then the short logos are here. So we're going to be making a new Canada Kevin Owens very soon. I'm definitely going to post a review on that. I'm not sure if I'm going to film the actual process of making it, but we're going to be swapping the parts in order to make that figure. And in order to do that, I want to be able to do the least amount of painting or acetoning as possible to get rid of the other Owens logos. To do that, I'm just going to swap on the ones that are going to require the least amount and the ones that are just going to be the best part basis for it. Now, I definitely like this Kevin Owens the best. It's got the best Owens head scan and the most accurate arms. Like, these ones are just way too jacked to be Kevin Owens, so this one does look a lot better. Plus, it has the interchangeable hands, which are very nice. Now, the only thing is with these shorts is they've got massive logos on it. Pretty big pain to acetone or remove them. And the other thing I hate about this one is his leg is just so loose, and this thing is a pain to film with. I actually used this guy for the 6-pack challenge at New Dawn, which is done filming now, and it was just such a pain to pose around. So this is going to fix that knee issue as well, which we'll be grateful for. And I may swap the boots between the two so that this Owens will have kick pads still, and my new Owens will have kick pads. Anyways, we're going to see how that looks. Once again, I may not swap the kick pads just like Ziggler. So that is Kevin Owens, only 4 figures so far, and then literally everything else here is going to be used to make Rob Van Dam. Now, this fix-up idea I actually saw by a pick fedder over on Instagram. I can't remember his @ for the life of me. I literally just followed him once I saw this, but I will flash it up on the screen, so credit to him for this custom RVD idea. I've wanted to have RVD in the collection for a while, but his Elite is kind of old, and it's just hard to get your hands on one because a lot of people do want that Elite. So we're going to be making a different RVD Elite using his idea, basically. So I do have this RVD t-shirt series Walmart basic. I've had it forever, and it's pretty beaten up. You know, I used to play with this thing when I was a kid. I've had this figure for ages now. So we're going to be using the head off of this RVD. Sadly, the hair is like worn out just a little bit, so that kind of sucks, but we're going to be using the head off of this Rob Van Dam, and I guess we'll get a focus now because there's going to be a lot of parts. We might as well just lay them down here. For the body, we're going to be going with Mr. Perfect, which I just had Bo Dallas parts on here for some reason because I just didn't really have much use for a Mr. Perfect. I made a singlet Bo Dallas way back in his B-team days that I never really finished, but we're going to be using this singlet body as the base, so the head's going to be going onto here. Obviously, Rob Van Dam doesn't wear lace-up boots. He wears kick pads, so we're going to be stealing kick pads from this Finn Balor, and I guess doing a lower leg swap because this won't really work. These boots are a lot bigger, so we're going to be doing a lower leg swap with this Finn Balor to get the kick pads. You know, this is probably my least favorite demon figure, if I'm being honest, so we're going to do that. I also found in my fodder box some random small knee pads, so we don't have to use big ones or have a demon logo on there, so that'll be a lot better for articulation and, of course, avoiding having a Finn Balor demon logo on our RVD. And for arms, we're going to be taking them off of my Fixup Dean Ambrose that I had a while ago. This was the Shield 3-pack one, and they're Shawn Michaels arms that I just painted over the logos with. So we're going to be using his arms, and then we're just going to throw the original arms back on Dean Ambrose. So I still have a Dean Ambrose. You know, I just don't really use Dean anymore. So I'm not that crushed that he's going to have the awful articulation of these weirder looking arms. That's pretty much all we're going to be doing today. I know it's a lot of figures for this one RVD swap, but that's what we're going to be doing. So let's go ahead and get started with our swaps today. Alright, so I'm going to say that we're going to start off with Kevin Owens here. We've got our hair dryer set up, more of the wide angle shot, so you guys should be able to see it, and I can still get both hands easier to do this. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how to do these swapping videos. This is only episode 30, so cut me a little bit of slack here. But anyways, we are going to start off with Kevin Owens because I think he's probably going to be the easiest one out of all of them. So we're just going to be doing the lower leg swap over onto this one, and then maybe swapping the kick pads depending on how I feel. Maybe we'll do it and we'll see how it looks. How about that? So anyways, we're just going to go ahead and spread open Kevin Owens' legs.
That's what she said.
Here, we'll try and do both at the same time.
That's what she said.
And I'll make sure to get them on camera.
That's what she said.
Here, you know, I want to make sure you guys are able to see everything this time. I know that was a little bit of a problem on episodes 1 and 2, but there we go. We've got them all set up. We're going to heat up these legs for a couple minutes, and then we'll go ahead and start our swapping. Let's go. Alright, that should be more than enough. I heated him up for quite a long time, and yeah, that's definitely enough. There goes the legs on our Kevin Owens that we are taking them from, and man, I love doing lower leg swaps. They're probably my favorite swap to do. They're just super easy, no real struggle sometimes that you get with head or arms. It's just so much easier. I do love doing that. And let's not put them on the wrong body. Let's not put them right back on. So we're just gonna pop these legs onto his new body, and there I go saying they're so easy and messing it up already. There we go, there's one leg, and honestly this would look pretty good on its own even if I wasn't going to be painting and acetoning off the logos. Like, this actually looks like a decent looking attire. I'm pretty sure Owens actually wore these shorts with this top. I think it actually looks like pretty decent on its own even if I wasn't going to be turning this into another attire. Yeah, he definitely did wear these at one point. I'm pretty sure it was whenever he like came back in the first place. Oh, but yeah, I do quite like this Kevin Owens. It looks pretty nice, but regardless, we're going to be taking these logos off. I just thought they'd be easiest because they're probably the smallest logos out of all of Kevin Owens' attires, and the head on arms on this one are definitely the best. I don't actually think I'm gonna swap the kick pads on there. I think these look pretty decent on their own. I never really liked the Owens sort of kick pads. They look too small in my opinion, so I'm just not a big fan of those. So we're just gonna leave that Kevin Owens. I guess I can throw the legs on here if I really want to. I might have wasted too much time, but yeah, they're going. Oh, this doesn't even look that bad. Maybe if I did like a blue outline on the fight and all that, like a blue, turn this into blue and white, that actually looked like a pretty decent Kevin Owens attire as well. Maybe I'll end up doing that, but probably not. This guy's probably gonna go straight into the fodder bin. But there is our new Kevin Owens. Of course, we're going to be doing some paint work on this guy later on, and you guys will see the finished, finalized custom in an upcoming video. Moving on to our next swap, we're going to do Dolph Ziggler, and then we will finish things up with RVD since he's probably going to take the longest since we have so many different part swaps to do there. So we're going to go ahead and start off again with the lower legs, and then we'll move on to the head scan and potentially the arms, but I don't think we're going to swap the arms. I'm pretty sure we're just going to leave them like they are. But yeah, we will start off with the lower legs once again, and then move on over to the head. So let's go ahead and start warming up the legs. Alright, that should be enough heat. Let's see if we can get these Ziggler legs off. And there we go. There's one, there's the other. This one actually was originally his last Elite with all the polka dots on them, and I sent that to MDT quite a while ago to get changed, just I was not a fan of that attire at all. There we go. Perfect. Oh yeah, that looks great with the pink. I think it matches perfectly fine. I actually quite like that a lot. Way better than having the IC title on there. And I guess we'll just go ahead and pop these on here, because honestly, this Ziggler could work too if I wanted to have an Intercontinental Championship attire. I don't know why I would, because I'm just going to be using it for the Fed. But yeah, this Ziggler doesn't even look half that bad if I'm being honest. So now let's go ahead and swap the heads, because I think this head scan is a lot better, so I do want to have it onto our new Dolph Ziggler body. So let's go ahead and swap those heads now. Yeah, that's definitely enough. I did a lot of heat on these because head swaps can sometimes be difficult on camera just to get the right grip there. You obviously don't want to go too hard to snap the neck peg out. So there we go, that's nice and easy. Hopefully this one sits nicely on the body, and oh yeah, that does. That looks beautiful. And we'll just go ahead and throw this Ziggler head on there. And yeah, we're definitely just going to leave this Ziggler like that. I'm not going to do the interchangeable arms. So there are our Dolph Zigglers. Here's the newer one that I'm going to be using with the pink logo on the back. And then the IC Championship trash one that we're going to go ahead and get rid of. We'll take a look at all the customs at the end of the video as always. So let's go ahead and move on to the next swap. Alright, getting into our custom Elite Rob Van Dam. First of all, we're going to do the heads. Just, you know, it's probably going to be one of the easier parts of this. So let's go ahead and do that right now. That should definitely be good. Let's do this shit. There's RVD. And goodbye, Pointless Bo Dallas. So hopefully this sits well on the neck. Yikes. Oh, actually it's perfect. I thought it was going to be a little bit long there, but I think his head just generally sits high. It kind of did on that other figure. So there is our Rob Van Dam, complete, full-on custom RVD. Look at this, guys. This is so accurate. Anyways, jokes aside, let's go ahead and move on to the next stage of this. Wow, now that's what you call one of a kind. Anyways, next up, I think we're going to do the arms just because they're a lot easier probably than the leg swap. So we're going to do the arms, and we'll also get that extra set of Ambrose arms that we're going to be popping back onto him. Or John Moxley, whatever you want to call him. Not really going to use that figure too much, so I don't really care about it. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, hopefully that's enough heat. We'll go ahead and take off the white taped arms there on our new RVD, and then we'll move on over here and get our black wrist tape ones off of John Moxley, Dean Ambrose, and pop them here on Mr. Monday Night. There we go. So RVD will now have long black wrist tape accurate to him. There we go. There's RVD, almost complete with him. Just got to do those leg swaps now and get the smaller knee pads on him. And there goes trash ass Dean Ambrose. Never really a big fan of Dean Ambrose. I do love John Moxley, don't get me wrong, but yeah, this Dean Ambrose isn't super accurate to him. Obviously he's got a more big torso now. Obviously John's in a lot better shape now, and this attire isn't the most accurate to what he wears now in AEW. So yeah, there's Dean Ambrose, and there is our nearly complete RVD. Now we're going to need our Finn Balor to get the kick pads on there with a lower knee swap, and our short black knee pads, which we can just throw up there until they're ready. So yeah, let's go ahead and get ready and do that lower leg swap. Just going to try to pull the knee pads down a little bit so that we can get as much heat on there as possible. Alright, there we go. I pulled RVD's pads down and Balor's up as much as I could to try and get as much heat into that joint to warm it up. Knee swaps are something that I've never been particularly good at, so I may have to pull them off camera to do this. But regardless, I'll show you guys heating them up and at least pulling them apart. So let's go ahead and do that now. Alright, hopefully this is enough. I think so. Yeah, they seem really soft. So we can go ahead just like that. Wow, they're so easy to take apart. My struggle is always just getting these things back together. But hopefully it'll go smoothly at least this one time that I'm actually trying to do it here on camera. Oh, this Balor one's going to be difficult, isn't it? Come on. Come on, Brad. Alright, there's one. And can we at least get the other one off? There we go. Now we got to get these knee pads and slide them up onto RVD's thighs here as much as we can, just to make it easier for us to get in there on that joint. So there's one. We all know that RVD likes getting in there on those joints now, don't we? But anyways, pulling up that second right knee pad now. There we are, so he'll have his nice short knee pads. Now can he have his nice kick pads? Please. Hopefully this goes well the first attempt. And I do it on camera for once, please. I don't think I've ever tried this before. Oh god. It's so hard to just get it in there. Come on. I really don't want to use pliers if I don't have to. We've got one peg in on one side. And I think it's going to be a pain in the ass. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish this off camera and show you guys what RVD looks like when he's done, alongside Owens and Ziggler. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look at our 3 finalized finished customs and wrap this video up. So first of all, here is Kevin Owens. Of course, I haven't done the decals yet. I'm going to do that shortly after this video is done filming, and hopefully I can have a review up on all those customs that I am working on. I know he's horribly out of focus. I put him way too far back. But there is Kevin Owens. You know, not too much going on here. It's going to look a lot better once we get the Canada decals on there. It's going to be a really nice looking Kevin Owens. So, you know, not a whole lot to say about that one just quite yet. Up next here, we have got our Dolph Ziggler. I'll go ahead and move Owens over too, so we can leave lots of room for Mr. Monday Night Rob Van Dam, because that one's just going to look absolutely awesome. I love it, guys. But Ziggler looks pretty damn good too. No more IC title on the front here, and we instead get this pink and white logo, which, you know, I think it matches. There's not really any other colors going on here other than black and white, so, you know, it works pretty damn well. The head scan is sick, and I definitely love the smaller arms for Dolph Ziggler, so that looks really good in my opinion. Sure, it's going to look really nice with the silver jacket as well. But of course, probably the reason that you've clicked on the video, the biggest one out of them all, we have got Rob Van Dam in this fix-up custom sort of thing here. Finally, I've got a Rob Van Dam Elite. I didn't have to pay a bucket load of money to get that custom one, as much as I would love to have it. I think this Rob Van Dam is certainly going to work for what I need it for. Obviously, no logos on here, unlike his usually very, very bright airbrushed attires. You know, he's got a little bit of a black triangle on there, which I guess goes well with the kick pads, knee pads, and tape. So, you know, it's not completely blank, but at least it's better than using a basic or paying a shit ton of money. I don't imagine he's going to be getting a figure soon since he's back with Impact again. But overall, I think it works. It's definitely going to do the job for me. It's got pretty decent articulation. It definitely looks like Rob Van Dam. It's not missing like any tattoos or anything like that. Maybe eventually I can get like a yin and yang logo to put on there or something like that. But for now, I think it certainly works for what I need it for. So those are the 3 fix-ups that we did in this video. We, of course, have also got our Dean Ambrose and, you know, kind of the trash Dolph Ziggler, and I think everyone's favorite Bo Van Dam. But anyways, that is going to do it for today's video. If you did enjoy, hit the like button down below. Comment your thoughts on any of those fix-ups. I'll have the new customs out very soon. Gotta start working on this Owens as well as a few others that I'm doing right now. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you all very soon. Thank you.